I didn't realize I would be a scientist. I just gradually became a scientist without noticing it. If you think science is a straight line, you're completely wrong. It's a zigzag that seems to go nowhere, but eventually, if you have a little bit of luck, maybe a bit of instinct, you meet the right people at the right time, and you have the right sense of getting them what is in the air, you may end up somewhere. But most of the time, you end up nowhere, because that's the whole principle, exploring the unknown. But that's the whole beauty of it, because that's how you get the most reward, because you really explore something that no one has done before.
Let's welcome Professor Didier Queloz.
他这是第一个发现在太阳系外面的行星。这之前我们天文学家都认为我们的太阳系不是唯一的有行星的，可是只是这么相信，可是从来没有证据。可是他是第一个发现这个行星是绕着一个跟我们太阳很像的恒星的，对啊，所以这是很特别的。第一个就是改变大家的那个相信，就是说，确实系外行星存在。第二个就是他创了一个这个研究领域，是一个非常重要的一个研究，就极度重要的。
I think every child is curious. And I think I don't know any child which is not curious, and they better be, because that's the only way to learn. So the curiosity appeal when you're a child is the way to explore and to learn. Of course, it's the same trick that drives you to study hard. I remember a long walk in the forest with my parents, with my father. We used to be a great fan of mushrooms. We used to look for mushrooms and understanding the mushrooms. And I got lucky that I was born in a country that promoted me with a free education and good education. And I got that at a time when it was easy to go to university, and the fact you expose also to people which are not strictly speaking within your disciplines through the college life, because it's a kind of a microcosm with a lot of interaction. So in terms of intellectual stimulations, that certainly it's helping me to grow and to keep growing my knowledge. So certainly it's one way for me to keep being fed with new idea. Why would you study things? It's because you want to know, you're curious, and you believe there are some answer into the knowledge you want to get. So I think it's a very common attribute to any scientist is to be curious. That's why it's difficult for a scientist to retire, because it's kind of a way of living. And usually it's also something which is a bit painful, because you can never stop. You never have enough. They have to continue doing something. You have to take care of your body, and I do take care well of my body, because I know I need my body to doing what I do. I have a couple of tricks. First of all, I sleep quite a lot, so I tend to really spend the right time to give to my body the right kind of food and to enjoy life. And I think enjoying life is part of it. And sometimes you have to just say no to things. And it may be difficult, but you have to learn to do that. Work-life balance. It's not always easy to do that, because my passion is science, but I have to respect also my body as well. So it's kind of a very delicate balance, because my work is not a work. It's my life. I can travel everywhere in the world. I don't speak the language. I don't understand the culture. I may not like the food, but I can talk science, because it's a universal language. That's possibly the universal language of our species. Now, when you're aware of this, you think you have a responsibility, in a way. It's part of the duty to use it as a tool. Why don't you use it as a tool for helping these communications and helping the well-being. And that's how I gradually decided that maybe I should spend some of my time only trying to develop these communications about science, trying to explain what is science. I have to tell you the story. In my college, we have postdoc students coming, and I got contacted by a postdoc student from Switzerland, very bright woman, and she said, I want to apply to Cambridge. So I helped her to go through the process, to explain how it works, and she got selected at the end. And I said, oh, let's celebrate that. Why? For a PhD, sorry, it was for a PhD. And we met and we talked. I said, are you fine? And at the end of the night, she said, no, I have to show you something. And she took out an old picture. You know the picture, the old style you have with your camera. And I look at the picture, I say, oh, but that's me. It was at the Department of Astronomy in Geneva, when I was in Geneva. And she said, yes. And when I was much younger on the picture, I must have been 30 plus, 35 maybe. And next was a small girl, 14 years old, and he said, that was me. I came to the observatory because we had a visit. And she said, I came to the visit and I like so much this place. So I decided that that would be my goal, to become an astrophysicist. Here you are. She was in Trinity College 20 years later in one of the most famous universities in the world. So at least in that case, it worked because I had evidence. So I must have had impact on other people as well. When you receive the Nobel Prize, it's a great honor. And what happened is they bring you into the universe of the person who made this prize possible. It was Alfred Nobel. He was so much ahead of his time. At the end of the 19th century, Alfred Nobel came up with this idea that science and knowledge should be open to everybody, and we should reward this knowledge and we should share it. It was so unusual at that time that nobody was thinking like that. So the idea that you could create something which could beyond the nation was completely new in that time. That also was a concept that was beyond the nation. You know, there is something I learned is it's impossible to do science alone. Science is a global work, it's a teamwork, and I really understood the most important when you are leading a team or when you are conducting experiments is to take great care of the people that is enabling this to you. And everybody, it's not only the other postdocs or the people working with you. Also, there are people doing mechanics, there are people doing electronics, even the people when you go to a place that do the cooking for you every day. So I tend to value way more and pay attention to everybody that enable the success, which at the end is only reflected by the very few. Just do it. Do it. The chance you will become a scientist is not high, but there are some for which it works. So I think you should try it. And even if you stop along the way, it's not a problem. I think the experience you had gathered, try to reach this, would have make you a different person. Whatever you will do later, you should value this time and maybe use it.
不要去想，你就是去做，做了你就走出路就走出来，你就是不要先想什么，你要做你喜欢做的东西。然后天文很吸引人，所有进到科学的很多是靠天文，可是最后他们并不见得是做天文的人。可是天文会触发大家，今天不是讲 curiosity， 就是激发大家的兴趣，是没有错。天文就是很如梦似幻的一个学门，然后大家就觉得很多人就会被它吸引。 对啊，而且很神秘，不是吗？而且宇宙那么大，很奇怪。可是很多人最后去练物理、练化学，甚至去做变工程师什么，这都没有什么关系。可是他们对科学的兴趣激发很多是因为天文。台湾的天文其实已经跟世界平起平坐了，这真的是可以这样讲。1995年的时候，台湾大概只有6个、7个天文学家。 然后后来中研院天文所成立以后，有清华学校任校长，还有接了卢国庸那个所长、贺珍普所长，他们就把这个投入非常多的心力。然后现在台湾的 博士，天文博士大概有将近200人，然后我们就是在有些领域，基本上有做的领域都跟世界是平起平坐。我们是很多时候，他说人家问他说你为什么会最后做这个？他说其实我也没有开始想做这个，我是就是走着，那个路就走出来了。
But if you turn right, maybe one other day you will turn left. It doesn't matter. So it's a zigzag anyway.